With Joan Laporta as our president and the end of the season pretty much here after already wrapping up third place in La Liga, we can now be talking about the summer, which is getting really, really close. And before buying, we have to sell players to get some funds in, because let's remember, this is the club that has 1.2 billion euros in debt. Starting off actually in goal with Neto, a player who wouldn't really leave because he's a bad goalkeeper, but the opposite of that actually, as he is too good to be a backup in my opinion. I feel that we could bring in some nice funds by selling him for probably around 10 to 12 million euros, as Everton are actually interested currently, and this will make our backup goalkeeper either Arnau Tenas or Iñaki Peña, who are both La Masia players. Up next, going to the left side of the field, Junior Firpo looks to be leaving Camp Nou, and I'm not against it. Firpo is actually a really good player, and he was really good at Betis at least, but things never really got going at Barca, and for a player who is as young as him, and one that has shown his performances in a good league, we could get around 20 million euros for him, with many Serie A clubs currently interested. Now on to the center backs, where we have been having problems all season, and I think we all saw this one coming. Clement Lenglet. It seems that every single game, this guy does something wrong, and I can't stand it anymore. Considering the fact we could get around 20 million euros for him, I think it's a must sell. I believe he needs to move somewhere else to recapture some of that form we saw in a Barcelona shirt before the 8-2 loss we saw last season. Moving on to another French center back in Umtiti, who could also be moving away, and he has never really been the same since that injury in 2018. I think this could be a similar deal to one's last summer, as Titi could leave for a very low transfer fee or nothing at all, but we will be getting a high earning player off the wage bill, as he is currently earning 15 million euros a year. Moving on to the midfield, starting with a player many of you watching may not even know existed, and that is Matheus Fernandez, who has only made one appearance in a cameo, and I think he was a terrible signing. We haven't seen him enough to justify his price tag of 7 million euros, which although isn't much for a club of Barcelona's size, every penny counts right now, and you shouldn't just throw away money. Of course, now we can't get the full transfer fee back, but if we can even take back a fraction of the fee, I think all parties would be happy. Now going on to a player who probably shouldn't even have signed in the first place, and that is Miralem Pjanic. He is already 31 years old and was signed for 60 million euros, and there is no way we're getting that back. He isn't even a regular in the team. He doesn't even get subbed on a lot. So I think 25 million would be a just price for him, considering what he's done in his career. Now we have a player who we have been trying to get rid of for a while, in Philippe Coutinho, who is still yet to play in 2021. Coutinho, of course, is a very talented player who should right now be going to his prime, but it hasn't worked out at FCBarcelona, and we have only seen flashes of the player we signed from Liverpool for 142 million euros. I think we could get back around 45 million euros, maybe from a team like Everton, Arsenal, or Spurs, which would mean a loss of 100 million euros. Not ideal by any means, of course, but better than nothing. Up next, another big name in Ousmane Dembele. We are still yet to see the Dembele that we expected, and with his contract running out in the summer of 2022, we could see him on his way out this summer if he doesn't extend his deal. Reports from Daily Sport say Juventus, Liverpool, Manchester United, and Arsenal are interested in the French winger, and even with the great season he's having, he could be packing his bags for around 60 million euros. Another big name though, who many fans want to see out the door and many don't, that is Antoine Griezmann. But with Griezmann, he's always been here or there. He has never been consistent for us, and I think his time is up. He is already 30 years old, and we need to ship him out quick before we get another Luis Suarez situation in our hands. He is still a great player, but he cannot play in the same team as Messi and someone else similar to him, like Coutinho or Memphis Depay, who seems to be coming in this summer. For a club like FC Barcelona, it seems like it's just too many restrictions, and I think we could get back 50 to 55 million euros from his transfer fee of 120 million euros. Last but not least, it is Martin Braithwaite, the definition of a panic buy. Braithwaite came in last year in February, following a lot of injuries our attackers endured, in which he hasn't been disappointing, but with the arrival of Depay and Agüero almost confirmed, it seems like he won't have space in the team, and we should cash in for about 10 million euros before it is too late. So that right there is 10 players that could be sold to fund a big summer transfer window. This would give us approximately 240 million euros just in transfer fees, and in wages, that would be around 101 million euros saved per year. Tell me in the comments down below which players you would sell for the upcoming summer. I hope you enjoyed, and as I always say, Visca el Barça.